Water actually doesn't taste bad. Quite surprising. It does a pretty good job at it. It does take a little bit while for you to soak the filter. Being a while meaning about a minute. After that, it seems to flow pretty decent. Doesn't taste bad at all. So we'll try another one. So we're going over the ones that I actually trust that I've used before. Didn't have any issues. You can use them. I use them in a city pond that everybody fishes in and stuff, and it's pretty clean. But if you can use them in a pond and not get sick, pretty good chance you're not going to get sick with these either. This is the running water, which is the best solution that you come up with. There's no farmland for any runoff, pesticides, things like that. So this provides where it doesn't really taste much. It's a pretty slow filter situation. But for a bug out, for survival, this would definitely do. Tip on these, get them too full, they seem to bust. It's one of the big complaints about this little floatable, collapsible canteen. The second thing is that you can't just hold this down like you would a cup. You gotta kind of go back and forth like this to capture your water. Big thing about this right here, that would screw on to plastic bottles, 2 liters and 12-ounce pop bottles. It's kind of a nice thing about that. My personal favorite is the Sawyer and Source combination. Uses a mini Sawyer filter, works pretty good. The great thing about this is that this piece collapses, so you don't actually put this in the water. This is 2 liter. This slides off, unfold, scoop right in, be hung up. Tastes very similar to the first batch from the live straw, but takes a little bit to prime it and get it to run through. But these are all great options. And again, this is a 2 liter, so it wouldn't take much to throw some paracord, maybe a couple D-rings, and you got something for survival. So to conclude today's showcase, different filters that you can use that do work. You check out the ratings, listen to people, you know, backpackers, hikers, people who do the Appalachian Trail, Pacific Crest Trail, and the Central Trail. It runs from Mexico all the way up through Montana, I think parts of Idaho as well, up into Canada. These are all filters that these guys trust, that these guys use, and you watch me use them. Personally, my favorite for an outing like today would be this. It's convenient. I'm right next to a water source. The flow rate's good once the filter gets a little saturated. Water doesn't taste bad. Carabiner comes with it. It's kind of nice too. If I was going to go on a longer hike, like a day hike, if I was going to spend all day out here, I'd go with the 2 liter water bladder with the mini flow. That Sawyer Mini is pretty good for that. The last is going to be the canteen pouch itself. I just think they suck. For a survival situation, yeah, they work. Not something I think I would want to take on long hikes, things like that, and rely on it. The screw-on filter, that's a bug-out item. That's multi-purpose. Like I said, again, you know, this is one of those things where you're going to be able to attach it to pop bottles. Anything that will basically screw on is that kind of diameter. The threads on there are not real fine, so this thing will go on just about anything. It's that same diameter. That's a big plus for a bug-out situation. As well as if you're going to hike the AT or something like that, because you could always go into town, get you a pop, drink your pop, take it back out there. Now you got a water carrier, canteen basically. So those are my favorites. Like, share, subscribe, comment, let me know. If this is things that you guys would like to see this summer, then every chance I get, I'll make the best of it. So enjoy.